was the Israeli control over the Philadelphia corridor ever mentioned in any of the versions of the deal that Hamas accepted? And today, is it the only obstacle to the deal, the only disagreement between the sides, or there are other disagreements? Thank you very much.
Well, there's a premise in your question that is simply wrong. You say, was it mentioned in the deal that Hamas accepted? Hamas didn't accept the deal. On the May 27th proposal, they had 29 changes, corrections, 29, which effectively vitiated any of them from any meaning. It was a rejection. In fact, a detailed rejection of the deal. So while we accepted it as is, we didn't make any changes. And I didn't bring any new condition. Anything that contradicts anything that is said there, Hamas.
Yeah, as much as like people like to say, protesters like to say, ceasefire now, ceasefire now. Hamas rejected 20+ ceasefires since October 7th. Not that I'm for a ceasefire. I'm totally against that. I think that Israel must finish and win. But the idea that Israel is to blame for not having a ceasefire is just insane.
Basically, wipe the floor with it. I mean, they wouldn't accept it. They didn't accept that, and they didn't accept the bridging proposal. And Al-Khia, who is the deputy, Sinwar's deputy, said 2 days ago, so we remain steadfast. What do we want? No, they didn't accept it. No, they didn't. Again, you want the facts, okay? So the fact is, they rejected the May 20th. They said they accepted it, but they have 27 or 29 rather corrections. You know, that's like I don't know, the German government saying we accept the American proposal, but we're going to stay in Berlin. We're going to control Germany. You're going to go out, and we can resupply ourselves. But we accepted your proposal. It doesn't mean anything. They put in 29 corrections that essentially was a sound and detailed rejection of the deal. I don't care, you know, how they frame it for public purposes.
I always tell people, whatever you want to say about Netanyahu, he's a fucking great speaker. He's a great public speaker. He knows how to handle the press. He knows how to do tough questions. He doesn't flinch. He's just great. He's just great at press.
Meaningless. We know the truth. And again, they flatly rejected the bridging proposal. And yesterday or 2 days ago, Al-Khia flatly rejected it again. And he said, what does he say? He basically says,
picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things.
Israel has to get out. Everything, including the Philadelphia corridor, and we can rearm ourselves and do October 7th again and again and again. So it's not that they accepted it. You asked the second question, which is
Philadelphia corridor and
is it the only obstacle? No, it's not. In fact, everything. You know, we have the Philadelphia corridor. We have the what's the ratio of hostages to civilians to terrorists who are released? Do we have a veto power over these terrorists because some of them committed the worst atrocities you can imagine? Should they come back to Judea, Samaria, or can we take them out of the country, and so on and so on and so on? I mean, the whole thing has not been resolved. Hamas has rejected everything. And we're trying to find.
Maybe because they don't want a ceasefire. You know, they're not interested. Them killing the hostages just proved that they don't want a ceasefire. They think that they can win this war in terms of public relations or internal conflict within Israel, and so far they're surviving, and that's all they have to do.
Some area to begin the negotiations, they refuse to do that. 2 days ago, he said, no, there's nothing to talk about. So I hope that changes, because I want those hostages out. I want those families. I want those mothers to see their loved ones. I don't want to see a repetition of what I saw in Ashkelon. You know, these that came back to life. Their families came.
All right. That was enough for that. So for more, subscribe to Jewish Uncensored. If you want to help us make more of these videos, go to buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored.